Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
It's Jerry TV. Back on the day. Guys, today, Pops, we got shout out Sticky Situations TV, the deadly beef between Sureño rapper Chito Ranas versus Norteños. Probably in Sacramento, right? Listen, Pops, we haven't been recovering documentaries on like the Raza. Like we covered it, but like we haven't really dove deep into the Raza movement. So
yeah,
it's fine.
We're gonna. We thank Sticky Situation. You reached out to us, gave us the green light. So yeah, we'll cover your content. It's super dope what you do. I appreciate the. We just did the little travieso.
Yeah, go check that out. I'm probably gonna drop that one first.
Dope, super dope. Go check out our JVN TV
website, JVNTV.com.
We got merch. We got shirts. We got never heard of them shirts. We have barologist shirt, JVN TV shirts. We got hats. Go support. Before I go to court.
Listen, it's Jerry TV for your show channel.
Because I got caught.
Let's hop right to it.
And I don't give a fuck.
No, it's okay. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm excited for this one, actually.
Before I start this video, I want to say that I'm going to start putting out parts or clips of documentaries that I've done. The documentaries I do are pretty long, so I'll be uploading shorter clips for people who just want to see my videos in parts instead of watching a full documentary. A lot of you have already seen some of these clips in my documentaries. I'll be adding some new information and updating some of the video. So this is mainly for the people who never watched them and that just want to see certain parts of a story. So let's get to the video. What up, YouTube family? This is the Sticky Situation TV presents. Before we start the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and I'm on the road to 100K subscribers by the end of the year. So today, we're going to the west coast of the map in the state of California. There has always been a separation between northern Latinos and the southern Latinos in California, even before the gangs. The northern gang members are Norteños and the southern gang members are Sureños. For decades, there has always been a rivalry between the two gangs till this day due to prison gang war politics from the 1960s. To make it sound simple, the Sureños or Southerners from Southern California dominated and outnumbered the Northern Latinos in the California prison systems. The Southern gang members would become the notorious prison gang, the Mexican Mafia, and the Northern Latinos would also start their own prison gang, Nuestra Familia, which means in Spanish, our family. The Mexican Mafia and Nuestra Familia would soon become rivals in prison in the late 60s. These northern and southern gang members would take their prison beef to the streets. To simply break it down, the northern part of California is dominated by Norteños and the southern part of California is dominated by Sureños. In Central California, you have a mixture of both gangs and even other gangs like the Bulldogs from Fresno who beefs with both gangs.
Yo, I want to do that. Wait, what is that clip? I always want to cover some Bulldogs content.
We haven't covered them yet.
I want to cover more of it. Like we did like one or two. I want to do more. What is this, guys? What clip is that from? I want to cover that.
And
Fresno
even
Bulldogs.
other gangs like the Bulldogs from Fresno who beefs with both gangs. In Northern California, the city of Oakland has a small gang called Border Brothers.
Oh wow, go check out our Thug Life Coolio interview. He's mentioned the Border Brothers because I never heard of them.
We gotta cover them because we did an interview with Thug Life Coolio. He brought them up, but we had never heard of them.
Ever.
We thought we were in tune with the Cali scene.
Stick to themselves and also beef with the Nortes and the Sureños that migrated to the city. These politics can get confusing. Although Southerners or Sureños come from Southern California, some migrated to Northern California, starting off their own hoods in certain cities. But this is not always the case. You have Sureño gangs who start off their own hoods in Northern California cities, who are straight born and raised in Northern California and don't even have any connections to Southern California. This would cause a big issue in some of these Northern California cities since it was the North and naturally Sureños don't come from Northern California. In Southern California, you will not see Norteños or Latinos from Southern California born and raised in Southern California randomly want to start and claim a Northern California gang. Norteños from California usually stay in Northern California unless they branch off to different cities and states, starting off their own hoods and setting up shop. Sacramento Sureño rappers Chito Ranas and Jalisko are born and raised in Sacramento, California, from a Sureño hood called Howe Park, aka HPS, that was around since the 90s. Chito Ranas said in an interview the only reason he became a Sureño was because his older homie told him to, since he had his own issues with Norteños. This gang/hood is surrounded by rivals all throughout the city. Not only Norteños dislike the gang, but also Bloods and Crips dislike them. This makes Howe Park alone with no allies or connections with other gangs in Sacramento. Rappers Chito Ranas and Jalisko were the first and only rappers from Howe Park. Both rappers started making noise in the rap scene in 2019. Chito Ranas would drop his music videos on YouTube that would reach millions of views. In August 7, 2019, he would drop his biggest hit to date, North Sac Baby. Not too long after, he would catch a case and go to prison for a few years. This would mean that during his come up in the rap game, it would put a pause in his rap career. While Chito Ranas was in prison, his right-hand man Jalisko would still be dropping music and reaching big numbers on YouTube. Chito Ranas and Jalisko were doing bigger numbers than the northern rappers at the time. Jalisko would be doing features with other Sureño rappers like Swifty Blue and Trouble Kid.
Yo,
everything was looking good
with everybody. I know he disses all them, but like,
oh, he don't get along with them no more?
well, he be dissing like all the, you know, remember he did it that?
I forgot because there's so many things.
He remember he did the whole song that he dissed all the blue team guys. You remember that?
And he was cool with
a block all shape.
He was blue too?
Yeah, he's blue.
Hey,
until the unfortunate happened on July 31st, 2022. In San Jose, California, officers responded to reports of shots fired at about 3:55 a.m. on a Sunday in the 300 block of Umbarger Road. Initial reports said the shooting sent 2 men to the hospital, while police said one of the men was pronounced dead at the scene and the other victim self-transported to the hospital with a gunshot wound and was expected to survive. The man who was shot and killed was 25-year-old Brian Alberto Lopez Fajardo, also known as Sacramento Sureño rapper Jalisko. This would be devastating news to Chito Ranas, who is still doing time in prison and is like a brother to Jalisko. Chito Ranas later spoke about how the murder of Jalisko traumatized him and put him in a deep depression. There wasn't much Chito Ranas was able to do at the time. Not only was he in prison, Jalisko was not killed in his own city. Jalisko was shot and killed in the Bay Area city San Jose, which is heavily dominated and controlled by Norteños for decades. Being a Sureño running around San Jose or the Bay Area period is a dangerous game. Sureños stick out like sore thumbs in Northern California, especially a city like San Jose. A year later, in the summer of 2023, a 33-year-old man named Noel Cortez was arrested in connection with a double shooting in San Jose that left Sacramento rapper Jalisko dead. Noel Cortez was extradited from an Arizona state prison complex and booked into a Santa Clara County main jail on suspicion of the shooting that occurred on July 31st, 2022. It was later known that the shooting was gang-related and the shooter was a Norte from San Jose. San Jose rapper Lazy Boy mentioned Jalisco's situation on the diss track Bluebird that we will later speak about. On the diss track Bluebird, Lazy Boy says he was flexing on the gram till the gunners found him. Salute to you know who.
Hey, Chito know better, he don't talk about me. He was flexing on the gram till the gunners found him. Salute to you know who, they seen his growing down him.
After 4 years incarcerated, in 2023, Chito Ranas was released out of prison.
Oh, he did 4 years? I feel like that's the way to stay relevant. Like, go to jail. Because you see that with young boy. Like, young boy has been bigger every time he came home from prison.
Yeah, and what is he in jail for? What did he go to jail for?
Probably a pole or some shit.
Incarcerated in 2023, Chito Ranas was released out of prison and instantly moved to Southern California. This was because of his fame, and he wouldn't last too long in Sacramento or anywhere else in Northern California. He signed to OTR Records and began doing big numbers on YouTube. He dropped his first music video in years called All the Smoke. That's over 3 million views till this day. In the music video, Chito Ranas showed himself putting out a blunt on a golden diamond pendant that said the word Taliban. Chito Ranas would also go on IG Live wearing this gold chain, dissing someone telling to come get their chain back. Chito Ranas made it clear that the chain on his neck that read Taliban was snatched off someone that he had issues with. The chain originally belonged to a Sacramento Norte named Tali or Taliban from the north part of Sacramento called Del Paso Heights. Taliban is affiliated with Nortes from a hood called Northgate, where the popular rapper Lil TYS is from that was killed in 2022. Taliban is seen on the Sacramento rapper Tone Loco 3300's music video called Locked In, sporting the Taliban chain that Chito Ranas has possession of.
Whoa.
Allegedly, Chito Ranas and Taliban been had issues way before the chain was took, and on top of that, the Norteños from Northgate been beefing with Chito Ranas' hood Hal Park Sureños, aka HPS, for years now. There's a famous video that went viral of Chito Ranas sitting at a probation office getting checked by Norte, who was calling him out for a fade and dissing his hood while Chito Ranas just sat there doing nothing. This was an embarrassment for Chito Ranas after hearing what he raps about on his music. Allegedly, the Norte who was in the video behind the camera checking Chito was the Norte Taliban who later got his chain jacked. This was definitely the reason why Chito Ranas was trolling with the chain so hard.
What's up with it, honey? I'm gonna wait for you outside, fool. Caught you slipping. You ready? You want them ones? Yeah? Fucking rata, homie. Square, fool. Out part, homie. Snorting. Remember that, you suck ass. This nigga's a rapper, it's scary.
But
Bitch
Chito
ass
Ranas didn't snatch the chain himself. It is alleged that some of his homies snatched it somehow while he was in prison. While Chito was in prison, the Norte rappers took over the rap scene in California, something vicious. Norte rappers from all over Northern California was on fire like Acito, Rico Too Smooth, GB, Lazy Boy, Bands from the Rose, Young Iggs, D. Cineros, Babyface Wood, and Lil TYS, just to name a few. A lot of these northern rappers were on fire, hitting millions of views. Lil TYS was doing major numbers on his own YouTube channel. He was definitely the hottest Norte rapper at the time. When he got signed before his death, it was said that he signed the biggest deal a northern rapper has ever signed. When Chito Ranas was released from prison, he started dropping music instantly, and a lot of his music he started dissing the North Sacramento hood, Northgate heavily. Not only was
How good is this channel?
This is pretty good.
Look, we're not even talking.
That's what I'm saying. This is good shit, bro.
This is a good channel, man. Keep up the good work, alright?
he
Subscribe.
trolling with Taliban's chain in videos. He started even randomly dissing Lil TYS, who had recently been killed in 2022, in songs and interviews. Chito Ranas didn't even know Lil TYS. He was definitely doing this for the clout.
How that nigga died if he had a bleed? Last time I popped a nigga, I knocked off his head. Through the swamps, not with me, I wanna pull his skid.
When he killed Jacob, I know that shit hurt. Huh?
As a kid, I never thought I could live like this. Jacob mama sad, asking why he died like this.
When Lil TYS was alive, he dissed Chito's hood, referring them as AA batteries, since Chito and his people rep the AA, which means art and arcade, the part of Sacramento Hal Park is in. While Chito Ranas was recently released from prison, he would again be arrested not too long from being released for possession of a gun in 2023.
Yeah, and he went back in and it came back out. Wow, I didn't want to pause it. That was good shit.
That was good, man. Thank you for tuning in.
We got it. Peace.
And I know how it gets, so I gotta stay low, not move my knot. I don't trust no nigga, I don't trust no man, ain't no friends, everybody get shot. You never know how nigga gon' throw, I'm hitting the flow with a couple of shots. You better move,